My life ain't been perfect.
You just have to figure out which one is yours.
Master P.
How did I go from living in one of the most dangerous projects in the world to selling over 100 million records independently?
Look out, there could be anybody underneath these bridges.
And I was just trying to figure out, how can I escape that? And the most important thing for me, being able to change my life and be inspiration to others.
One of the greatest pleasures in life
It ain't over.
is doing what people say you can't.
It's just the beginning. No limit.
From the hood to Hollywood.
Coming in 2019. Keep them applause going. It's my brother right here.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We used to play hopscotch in the Bay, man. They don't know about that.
They gonna find out, Sway.
They gonna figure it out. We used to rob Fat Burgers, man. Come on, Quick Ways. You know us. We used to stand in line. From the Callio Projects, man. This guy has musician, philanthropist, businessman, pro basketball player. People forget about that part. Pro basketball player, visionary, inspiration. Created a label that became the biggest independent label in the world. I remember they used to put his name next to numbers. I don't know if it was true or not because I don't want to talk his business. But I remember way back in the day when he ranked on that Forbes magazine list of 40 America's 40 highest paid entertainers. And that was just an estimated income of $56 million. That was in 1998. I don't know if it's true or not. They said he went on to make more than $661 million. He was earned that, but back in the early I don't know if it's true or not, but the point I'm making.
It's like, Sway, get out my pocket.
I know.
The smile ain't changed.
P was like, yo, what are you doing, man?
You know it's Christmas time, so I got a lot of family members, yo.
That shit ain't true. None of it's true.
Dashing through.
But here's the glory in it all.
Yeah.
Here's the glory to all those family members and friends.
Yeah.
Well, my family members and friends, I hope they recognize if they see my achievements as something that's inspirational, that we all started from the same place.
Yeah.
Facts.
And I was able and others were able to do things that elevate us to a whole nother place. So those same family and friends who are asking for gifts could go out and buy their own gifts for you now.
Yeah.
If they could really learn from your example. Master P is here, ladies and gentlemen. Master P. Master P. Man, I have fun talking about you. That was a great interview. Thank you, P. But that is true, man. You say something from the hood to Hollywood.
Yeah.
You said one of the greatest joys is doing things that people say you can't.
Yeah, that's like, is everything to me because people always doubt you. They count you out. I mean, you know, you from the Bay. Mm-hmm. When I moved to the Bay and did my thing in Richmond, you know, you had Tupac, you had all these big artists. A lot of people just didn't believe, you know. And we was like the smallest ones out there, from the JT, the bigger figures, to the rapping Fortes, to the E40s. Like, nobody seen that. You know, they didn't believe that we could actually go out and sell music out the trunk of our cars like the Too Shorts and chase them dreams, man, because there was a lot of talent back then. A lot.
How do you make that translate to today? Because what I try to explain to when I see a Tech Nine or certain artists that are doing well and they made it doing it themselves, whether it's through the streaming platforms or however, how do you make that translate? Because your story is so different. They not moving music out the trunk. So.
Yeah. You know what? But you got to find your way. You know, in business, you find a problem. That's what I did. I said, you know what? I don't need to wait for the big companies to push me. I'm going to get out there and push myself. So I guess for this generation, through the streaming, you have to really get out there and work. Like, I'm up working when everybody sleep. That's what I tell people. It's like, if you want to make it, you got to make them sacrifices. Like, you can't give up. With me, it was no limit. I wasn't going to lose. You couldn't stop me. I don't care who you tell me the biggest artist, I'm going to pass them up because I'm already visualizing in my mind that I'm better. You know, even if you might find the best lyricist or whatever, but nobody's going to out-hustle me.
All of this is in the biopic From the Hood to Hollywood?
Yeah, so this was happening From the Hood to Hollywood, the documentary. That's what that is. And then a biopic, the actual movie, will come next. I want people to actually see my life, see, you know, me in New Orleans, moving to Richmond, California, being in Oakland, being in San Francisco, then going back home to New Orleans. People going to see the real story. So, you know, I tell people all the time I got the hustle game from Richmond to be able to see how people do it independently on the streets. I mean, if you look at it, E40 uncle.
Yeah.
You know, St. Charles.
St. Charles.
That was my OG. He the one opened up those doors and showed me how to go out there and get into those marketplaces. So, you know, and then going to the city halls and the interminutes and all that stuff, and then saying, you know, I'm going to take my stuff to Crenshaw, to the swap meets and stuff like that. Then I went back home and took it over, and that's where the whole King of the South movie come at. So you're going to see how I left the Bay, went back to Louisiana, and just took over the South.
What did you learn in the process? Because now we're all growing up. We're all grown up, and the people, even the younger artists in the game, are growing up when it comes to finances and how to set up the proper back end when it comes to your finances. When did you start learning to put money in IRA accounts or invest in stock or invest in property?
So my thing is, I think a lot of young artists don't want to understand financial literacy. People don't know. I went to Merritt. I went to University of Houston. So I have that college background and say, you know what? I need to study my business, because once you make it, anybody could make it.
Yeah.
But when you get there, how can you hold on to it? I mean, it's 20-some years we still in here because of not worrying about failure. You know, I take those life lessons, say that's just going to make me stronger, I don't care what I lose. I could have lost stuff on the way. If you look at it, anybody that lost thousands, they end up making millions. Anybody lost millions, then you get to the billions. You look at all the billionaires, that's where they come from. They had to lose something first. So a lot of us, we afraid to feel it. We point the finger, we laugh at each other when we go through something. But you can't do that with a hustler. A hustler going to figure it out. And so I just think even the money thing, you got to figure it out. Don't make the same mistakes you made. And then you got to cut people off. Like I had to cut some people off from around me because they were just bad for my business.
But how did you do that? Did you say, hey, man, I'm not going to hang with you no more?
I'm from the streets, dog. Look, if you ain't real, you got to go, because you ain't about to stop my business. I might give you $10 or 20 or G or whatever, man. Get on, dog. You got to go, because you bad for my business. You're not going to stop my kids from eating. Like I'm just saying, I don't care how tough you is, how real you think you are. If you're doing the right thing, if you're going to change with me, because I had to make changes in my life. So if you're going to change with me, let's go take this ride. But if you're not, dog, you can stay in the hood and keep it real and do whatever you do, because it ain't about keeping it real with me no more. It's about doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to keep it real. You love your hood, you represent, and you make it out. I want to be that example to show people that this is where I come from. That's why it's from the hood to Hollywood. But we can live and survive and get past it. We don't have to die young in there like we used to.
Yeah.
They thought, because everybody say that. They speak the words, oh, man, I'm gonna get rich and die young. And I ain't about to do it. I'm going to get rich and die old.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to grow up. Like, why we can't grow up? They do it.
Yeah.
Why we can't raise our kids and build a generational wealth? You know what I'm saying? Why we can't go send our kids to college? We got to send them to jail to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You ain't real unless you go to jail. I mean you ain't smart.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us locked up because we ain't thinking. I start looking at it. Even with my brother being in prison, I'm like, man, you make 3 cents a day. And on the streets, if you was working at McDonald's, you make $6, $7 an hour.
Yeah.
But you could make 3 cents a day and be cool with it. Don't make sense to me.
Don't make no sense.
That's too real for me.
Yeah, that's when real goes wrong.
Man, that's too real for me. You know, and I pray for all the homies that didn't get it, the ones that's in prison, incarcerated. I love my brother. I pray for him. But at the same time, man, I got to teach my kids something else. I'm trying to break that cycle. I'm not sending them to prison. I want to send my boys to college, let them play sports, let them chase their dreams, and don't have to go through the same stuff I went through, because it was a lot. You know, dealing with the streets for real. So if you really come from the streets, you really don't want to live like that no more.
We see, like, I keep bringing this up because it's front page news, but we see how the artist Tekashi 6ix9ine and his street involvement has played a major role in him being behind bars. And we've also seen folks that have reached out to. I don't want to make him an example, but we've seen people reach out to him that say, you know, hey man.
Yeah, well, you know what? Think about this, man. My grandfather always told me, he said, a hard head make a soft ass. That's it. Because it's like, because if you don't get it, you're going to have to deal with the harsh reality. You got a kid that had it all going for him and it just crumbled, because sometimes you got to break away from whatever it is. Like, for the good, if your homies don't realize, man, you a star, you don't need to be around them. Like, man, I'm a star now. Yeah. So, you know, at least, you know, man, come on, dog, let me go make it.
Let me
so
live.
That's how the OGs back in the days say, man, I don't want you doing what I used to do, Lil little one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't do that no more. They just take them all with them now. You know, like that's what I loved about the hood back in the days. You had some organization. Somebody ran it. Somebody kept it real, man. Leave little man alone. He gonna make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I just think that's the love we got to have for each other. What we got to know, what I love about my family members that was in the streets, they'll come to me, big dog. Look, you know I'm out here. So you just go do your thing and pray for me. Whatever it go, that's how it go for me because I don't know nothing else. And that's the type of love we got to show for this generation. You know what I'm saying? We can't pause in their minds or pause in their game when we know we could cut loose from them and say, look, man, I ain't doing nothing with myself. Y'all go out there. Dude was a star. It's just sad, man, but his life could be an example for the next kid.
Yeah. Master P, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to get this game out of him right now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm doing? It's difficult when it's family members that you got to separate yourself from.
Yeah, well.
And then even in your journey, you know, we just saw the Forbes reports and all of those different things. We didn't know what was going on behind all that. What was one of your hardest, if you say, in your journey, challenges to get through?
Well, I think for me, man, if you never had money and you have money, you should be happy. You should be smiling. You shouldn't be angry and mad. That's what I don't understand about what I see now. You see, so I'm asking myself, do these people really have money? Because I never was like that. I was happy. Look, man, I come from the projects. I'm good. I got some bread.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate. Let's have fun. You don't have to run around and be a tough guy, man. And, you know, and sometimes I think the hardest thing for me was when people see that you change your life, they don't realize that you still could be the same person. So my thing is give respect and get it. You know, some people look at you, oh, man, you done got soft. Like, I'm the same dude. Yeah. I could put a suit on or whatever, but I'm still that same dude. If you ain't playing with me then, I'm not going to let you play with me now. But I am going to outthink you. So that was the hardest thing for me, to be able to change myself and say I got to outthink my surroundings. Okay. And that's how I made it to where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? I got to outthink my surroundings.
That's really good.
For real. Hold up. Let that shit breathe right there. I got to outthink my surroundings.
Yeah, and that's, people don't realize that's why I call this documentary From the Hood to Hollywood, because if I just wanted to keep it real with the hood, I could never make it to Hollywood, because everybody in the hood want to make it. I don't care who, you could be the toughest guy in the world. They got guys in prison right now for trying, and they want their family to make it. They want their kids to make it. They done robbed and steal and kill behind clothes for their kids. That's how much they love. Everybody loves something. So my thing is, I'm saying, if I put that same energy in something negative, let me put that in something positive and see how long. I don't have to look behind my back no more. I could go out wherever I want. The police pull me over. I could say, what's up, officer? I ain't running. I ain't jumping out the car. It's a good life. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful life. I tell people all the time, if you ain't doing that, then I believe in the man up above. I feel like if I didn't have that man up above, I wouldn't be here. So you got to have some type of spiritual faith with what you do to get through all the things I came through. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I went from one ghetto to the next. You know, I went from New Orleans to Richmond.
And he brought that New Orleans stuff to the Bay, man. We was like, yo, what's that? Yo, P, y'all, what's this Creole, dog? You bringing Creole to the party.
Spicing up the hood.
Etouffee, brought some etouffee.
P, was it ever a point, though, like, did you just want to quit, like, just give up? Like, it was just so much around you, whether it was personal or the business side, where you just wanted to go, I'm out?
Now, because I think, for me, the music is what created the soul for me. You know, when I lost my brother, you know, I was able to make him live forever. You know, when you see the song "Miss My Homies," I'm able to put him in there and let other people know who he was. You know, he died at 19 at a young age, but I was able to give that.
The violence? What happened?
Yeah, the violence. Yeah. It was violence. I mean, that's why I don't really trust friends and all that stuff. You know, it was supposed to be one of his best friends that killed him. So it's like that made a bitter taste in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? And I know how it feels, because I done roll with dudes that'll turn on you. So that's why I say you got to outthink your surroundings, because you got to think quick if you want to live. You know, so people don't realize that, but it's your choice. You know, but you also have to give respect to get it. Because some of us are we think evil, talk evil, and people look at it, and you got to deal with the consequences. So it's always consequences in everything. And so what I love about the music industry, I was able to show people that I want to get the money. All the rest of the stuff, I'm cool. That don't make me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in it for the money. Some people just in it for the fame. Fame, you know, I tell you all the time, so when it come up, man, just, you know, sign me up, and I don't want no money. I'm like, no, I don't even want to deal with you because you're going to be a problem. And you don't want no money. When you make it, you're going to change. Yeah. Because you really need money to survive. So you just want fame, you're going to be a problem. You know, and you really just killing your own career because you can't survive off of fame.
You can't cook fame. You can't shit
the light
fame.
Man don't want no fame either.
Hey, touch it. Let's touch fame right now. But you could touch money. Yeah. But you can't.
But think about this generation. They on social media. Everybody trying to be something they not because of the fame. Yeah. Even the girls. Everybody want to be famous. But at the end of the day, so what you gonna do about that bread? Yeah. You know, you could look famous or look like a star or act like it, but at the end of the day, that fame is not going to buy nothing.
Yeah, fame ain't no good if you ain't got the bread behind it. Yeah. We're going to open up these phone lines, 888-742-3345. Also, I Got the Hook Up 2 is coming this 2019.
Yeah, we just putting out movies, man. I'm going to tell y'all, I got Get the Bag, and it's like everybody calling this like a modern day Set It Off, but it's really not. But I'm definitely looking to put Call It Be in this film. To put on the first film, I put DC Young Fly, and I Got the Hook Up too. His first starring role.
It's his first starring role.
But this Get the Bag is 5 females. They just got out of college, and man, they get it how they live. So I just feel like we missed another movie like this. So I'm like, it's time.
It's time to turn to Master P is back,
y'all. Get the bag. So
come on, man. No limit. Never left. DC Young Fly, I think this could be an opportunity for him. I Got the Hook Up too. Similar for Chris Tucker. Yeah. And was it Friday? Yeah. I think this would be a stand because that dude is so talented.
Man, he went bananas in this movie. Fat Boy. I mean, a lot of people, this is what people didn't realize. They was telling me Fat Boy, P.O., like, man, they Instagram stars. They came on the set and did what they needed to do, and I made them stars in this movie. I mean, they deserve it. Yeah. Because they really put the time in. And that's what I Got the Hook Up to is about, taking people that you didn't believe in, you know, like the Michael Blackstons, the Gary Johnsons, the AJ Johnsons. I mean, this movie this is like
Romeo's in it, right?
Man, Romeo killed this movie, man. I'm just telling you. Romeo and
Symphonique's in it.
Cheryl Underwood, John Weatherspoon. I mean, this is an incredible movie.
You're not only a great creative, but you give a lot of opportunity. You always have through these movies, and I think it's under-acknowledged how well your movies have done over the years, and how many people they've employed and helped catapult their career. Same with when we see In Living Color did the same thing for a lot of different artists.
People don't know I'm the first one put Leslie Jones in the film. The first one put Ken Jones out of Hangover. Cat Williams. I could go on and on. You know what I'm saying? So I always believe in talent before it get there.
Yeah, Master P is here. I'm gonna open up these phone lines. We're gonna come back and talk with him. 888-742-3345.
I got the hook up. Holla if you hear me. I got the hook up. Holla if you hear me.
The neighborhood is changing.
Look at the bar.
I'd take a double shot of Hennessy and 2 white women.
I don't think that's on our menu.
Well, can you put it on there? I see it.
I'm done robbing niggas. I'm done kidnapping niggas. I'm done pulling my gun out on anybody who I feel like got some goddamn money. Okay?
Look at problem. How much?
How about $2 million?
Everybody can use $2 million.
Yes.
Blue probably could buy another car, pay off his house.
Watch him work.
Probably pay me my money he owed me.
Won't he do it?
Get some more women.
Yes.
Buy some more jewelry. Probably take a vacation.
Nigga.
But we not for sale.
What?
Yeah, man. I Got the Hook Up too.
Yeah.
Coming next year, Master P is here, also from the hood to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Make sure you check that out as well. Get the bag. You know, he got so many projects coming out. Where will these projects live? Are they going to the theater?
Straight to the theater.
Okay.
Every project going to the theater. You know, put a lot of money into these projects, and you know, it's about seeing our people on the big screen. And so that's what I want to be able to do with all this talent that we have that's untapped, whether it's from social media, whether they just stars that been going to acting school. You know, I want to give our people a chance to be able to say, if you got talent, like I did with music.
Yeah.
So I'm going hard. I'm making movies like I made music back in the days, and you're going to see a lot of these people careers just blossom.
Wow, Master P, DB.
I asked you about this a little while ago, but just now thinking about it, you and Magic started Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage, Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
So what did you learn on working on a feature film of that magnitude that you were able to apply to independent films that you want to produce?
So the good thing about it, knowing what the production looked like and being able to copy that with what I'm doing now, with making these, you know, I wouldn't just call them urban films. I think they title us that, but urban is really taking over the world now. When you look at like even from white America, they want to see what's going on and how they want to laugh at the jokes and stuff like that. But what's great about this film that I was able to accomplish what I got to hook up to, putting that Latin market and the African American market together and make those big stars, because we have a lot of big Latino actors and actresses in this movie, and also, from white to the black to Asian. I think that we covered, even though this is a quote-unquote urban film, but I think we covered internationally with this project that's going to open up doors that people probably wouldn't have seen, you know what I'm saying, for as us making films. And also, if you look at it, the gentrification that we talk about in the movie, having a substance. So not just having a movie funny. This movie is not going to just be funny, but we got real topics. Just like, say, Romeo in there, he's not in there for the comedic part of it. Like, he's definitely playing like a police role in there, and it's serious. So we merging that together. So I feel like we kind of like got like with this film, it's a Friday and Bad Boys, together.
Come together. Master P is here. How much how different are the budgets now for your films than they were in the 90s? Like, I got to hook up the first version compared to I got to hook up 2.
So let me tell y'all something. I had 137 speaking roles in this film, which is like never been done. You know what I'm saying? Never been done. So this is like what's the movie? Harlem Nights, when you got everybody in the film.
Yeah.
I just couldn't stop. Everybody wanted to be in it. I said, come on. We just and the budget just kept going up. But the money that we're gonna make from this film to be able to give back to our communities, do more movies. We own this. We was able to make decisions to put stars in the film. We ain't had to ask nobody to who could we put in the movie and stuff like that. So I want us to go out and support this movie the way we support like a Black Panther, because people don't know we don't own Black Panther.
Yeah.
We own this. This is a difference. So like Sway said, like even from when I started with I'm About It to making the movies with Eddie Griffin, it's got bigger and bigger and bigger. It's only going to get bigger now. So the budget's going to get bigger, the talent going to get bigger, and we still going to be able to find stars, because that ain't happening in Hollywood right now. So we're going to be able to feed our people, whether behind the camera, in front of the camera. So I think that's the blessing to what we create now with Genius Minds. This is for real. We creating a real company, a real movie brand, and we're gonna be able to compete. We got to start small. Like this is a movie to show them that we know how to make funny, and it's gonna grow from there. Get the Bag is not funny; it's a drama. So we growing from there. The other movies that Romeo have, I also have me and Michael Blackson talked about doing repos again. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do a repos too. That's gonna be funny.
That's gonna be funny.
Yeah,
I like that. Master P is here, man, giving up this game. We're gonna take these quick calls, quick questions. All right, Dan from Pittsburgh, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Shea 45 family? What up, P?
What's happening?
Hey, man, I just wanted to call and really just say, man, look, I went from being a hater to having mad respect for you, man. I really do, man. Like, I'm originally from New York, man. Like, when your music dropped, I was living in ATL. I ain't gonna lie. At that time, I was a teenager, man. I was hating. I was like all New York, East Coast hip hop. That was it. I was like, man, I can't rock with them cats. I can't dig the music, the damn jewels and the pineapples and all that shit on the album covers. You know what I mean?
All right, come on, man. Damn.
Keep turning the knife, man.
Okay, we get it. You're a hater, man. What's next?
Yeah,
Okay.
real rap, man. Like, hey, after, like, you know, as an adult now, man, I'm in my 30s.
Yeah.
And, like, just seeing how much props, how much respect everybody got for you, man. Like, in the music business, you know what I mean, the community, the things you've been doing, man, like just building black business and all that stuff, man. I just want to call and just give you your props. That was it. Like, I just had to say something positive, man.
I definitely appreciate that, man. And, you know, you think about it. When you don't know something and you don't see, that's what growing up is about. And that's what I like even talking to him. That's what I'm telling y'all. I had to grow up.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the same things I used to do 20 years ago, but for me to have the stay power to still be relevant right now and have so many actors and actors come out and work for me, I mean, it's so much talent that I'm able to connect because of my growth. So people don't want to be around people doing the same thing. And even when you see the Jewels back then, you know, I really put Bling to a whole nother level because people that I had to do, so I had this, people don't know I had that record store in Richmond.
Yeah.
And when I seen the NWAs and I seen the Ice Cubes and the Ghetto Boys, all their albums was dark. And I said, I gotta, because by me having a retail store, I said, I need something to light my stuff up.
Yeah.
And so when I put out music, I said, I'm gonna add some bling, I'm gonna add some jewels. And instead of wearing black, I wore the white, the ice cream man.
Okay.
I say I wanted, because it was dark in the store, you couldn't even see it. So that's where that whole thing came from, to where I had
so interesting, man.
Yeah. That's why I had a Rolex watch blinged out, and I asked the guys, I said, man, can you make my logo bling? Like I was at Kinko's at the time trying to figure out, had to drew my little logo up and everything. And I'm like, nah, it don't look right. It just, I need something to make it stand out. And I sent the guy a picture of my watch, and that's how the whole, you know, me blinging up the logo.
So it's about, so that's an entendre in that, the darkness and the light.
Yeah. That's basically what it was. You know, and it was able, when kids walked into the store, they seen my project, and it was like, I want that one.
They went to the light, like moths. Poltergeist. Hey, Dan, you're a citizen, man.
Sway in the morning. P, did you know that Romeo was a star? Like, we just saw a commercial of him just now hosting X on the Beach, the new season coming out.
Yeah.
Like, from the time, you just knew.
So let me tell you what happened, right? So he was a 10-year-old kid, and I didn't know my producer was sneaking in the studio. I knew he looked like a star, but I'm like, man, you know, dude was like, man, no, I got a record on Romeo. I'm like, what Romeo? You know, we got all street music, man. We got all monsters around here. Like, what Romeo you talking about? He come, man, your son. So I'm looking at Romeo. I'm like, come here, man. He was like, yeah, I'm working on the song, Jeff. I said, you working on the song? So I said, okay, you know, I'm going to MTV next week. I'm gonna take you with me. You can bring your little record. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Man, they went crazy over this kid. We did MTV, played his song. He sung it, My Baby. The girls went crazy. Yeah. And it was it after that.
From there.
That was a big song.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I talked to him recently, maybe 3-4 months ago on MTV, and man, I was so impressed by that young man. Like his mind.
No, you know, let me tell y'all something. What I love about him, because he done made a lot of money. He could be doing a lot of wilding out stuff. Ain't nobody perfect.
Yeah.
But what I love about him, man, he's focused. He know what he want. He know this movie thing is real for him. He's serious about it, and he's just taking it over. Like, he's really taking it, because it's like playing basketball. And I tell my other kids, if you love something, you got to put your time into it. He could be getting in trouble, wilding out. He don't. He like really doing the right thing, and I'm like, man, I'm proud of you for that, man, because a lot of my friends' kids are dead on jail, and a lot of his cousins are dead on jail. So, you know, that's what I'm saying, thinking outside the box and knowing what you got to do.
You got to be smarter than your environment.
Yeah.
Eric Shirley, good morning. How are you doing?
Hi, Sway. Hi, Heather B.
Hi.
So wonderful. Masterpiece. Sir, I respect and love you so much. Let me tell you, my mom is from Tangipahoa, so every summer I would go to New Orleans in the Eastover, and my cousins put me onto your music, and because I was living in San Antonio at the time, and I absolutely love it. So my question for you today is, your are you the inspiration behind like the Migos and everyone else that's like making these different noises that sounds like super great in their songs?
I never thought about it. I just, you know, for me, that was like my battle cry. You know, like instead of screaming, I was just like I don't know. It just came like when I went through pain or something. That's what it came out. And people don't know I never wrote music. It just got to come out. And so those sounds will come out, and I'll start doing those type of things. And you know, whoever came before me, I appreciate them. And then, you know, for this generation, if from the Gucci Mans to the people that followed my movement, you know, the Young Jesus. I mean, I got a lot of love and respect for those guys, the Migos. I mean, they talented. People even like the Migos, nobody didn't believe in them.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to P and Coach. Nobody believed in them, and those dudes work, man. So you can't stop somebody that just grind, even if you hate.
Yeah.
You know, eventually you're going to be like, your kids going to be listening to it, your friends going to be listening to it.
Your nieces and nephews.
Think about it. So you really can't hate. I mean, talent is talent. Sometimes people might not understand your gift. You know, even when I was in the Bay, think about it this way. It was hard for me. I sound like nobody there. Yeah. But at the end, it ended up being a good thing. Because everybody in the Bay sounded like. So a lot of guys that should have made it bigger, that was more talented than me at that time, they didn't make it because they all sound the same.
Yeah.
And so for me, being different, people don't realize, even though I stood out there, Camille, waiting, trying to get my record played, I go in there and be like, man, is you serious? I'm like, man, you know, you don't sound nothing. Like, why is you keep coming now? I said, man, because I got a hit.
Yeah.
You know, I kept coming. He's like, man, is you either crazy? Okay, I'm going to play this one time. Put this on for the fans and see what they think. I said, just do that one time. And they put it on, and that was it after that. So you can't go by just because everything that sounds the same, it don't end up being as big as you think. It's good.
Yeah.
It's the moment. But if you're different, you're going to take off and blow up. So sometimes it might be, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah, it is. Araceli, you heard that, right?
I did, and I want to say one last thing. I'm a no-limit soldier in real life. I'm an Army Reserve career here in Los Angeles. And it's so funny, when I was in ROTC in high school, and this is a No Limit soldier, I'm telling you, we was getting it.
Let me hear your let me hear your
Look, Sway, I'm gonna tell y'all something was crazy. You know, I found out what to be a soldier for real when Bob Hope used to go over there.
Oh, your USO.
Yeah, for the USO. So I'm thinking like, man, okay, I'm going to go over there and do what I got to do. Bob Hope couldn't make it one year. They was like, Pete, the soldiers want you to come over here. Man, I got so much respect for those people, man. All I heard was boom, boom, boom. I'm thinking I heard gunshots in the project.
Yeah.
But, dog, I'm just saying, I ain't never heard so much ammo going off every day. And I got my son saying, man, and the soldiers, and I seen the ones that was injured, the ones with their legs and arms blow, they still ready to fight for the country. I'm like, man, look at the pride and the respect these people have to go and put their life on the line for us. And it made me feel so good to when my music, you don't know how your music affect people. They was all No Limit soldiers screaming. And when I left, they said, P, man, we could go fight 3 more wars, man, just for you coming over here and acknowledging us. Because people were scared to go over there. That's like, I ain't never seen it. And I'm like, so that was the first time. I'm like, man, I'm naked. I ain't got a gun. And everybody got guns.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Wait, Pete, what you little gun from the project?
Not in Iraq.
You was in Iraq?
Man, I was in Iraq. I was in Guantanamo Bay. I was in it. I'm like, man, I was like, it was real.
You was in Iraq?
But I was, to be honest with you, I'm glad I went there for our people, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad I went there. Like, it was an experience, but that's going to show you when you got God and you prayed up, man, you could overcome anything. And to be able to, because they told me, if you walk outside that line, P, you're never going back home. Wow. That's enemy territory. We can't do nothing for you. But I had so many soldiers with me. I'm just saying, but I felt like But I ain't got nothing, Sway. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. The little thing you got at home, man.
About 4 pounds.
Gun can't be jamming in Iraq, man. Come on. Yo, hey P, man, I love when you come up here.
Doubt.
It's like I'm hanging out with my high school homie, man.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't tell you how proud I am of you. And when I hear him tell these stories, I know a lot of the stories.
Yeah.
So, but I sit like I'm hearing them for the first time because I visualize everything you're saying. I watch you walk it. You know, and it is stuff that I didn't get a chance to see, but I know you've been through. So to be here today, you're inspiration, bro.
Yeah.
Keep going, P. No
man,
limit, baby.
I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm just so happy for the people that came after us, that let us know, because they say hip hop wasn't gonna last that long.
Yeah.
And to be able to see Snoop getting a star, you know, in Hollywood,
Wasn't that big,
man? That was big for us because Snoop is a street artist, you know, like us, and to be able to have that Hollywood recognize him, that know that we done knocked down a lot of doors. So shout out to Snoop and the whole family, my brother Silk, C Murder, man, Crazy, all the dogs that just kept it 100, Big Buys, you know. Man, we praying for Mystical locked up, but man, it's like Mac, Free Mac, you know, man, it's just so much love, man. Everybody that's in jail listening to this, man, y'all hold y'all heads up, and then the ones on the streets, man, we can't keep making these mistakes. We got to do right if we want to be out here with our kids, man. Because you know, I love to be able to be out here with my kids for the holidays and my family, man. We got to start doing right though. So
we got to do it right. You said it. We got to outsmart the environment that we're in.
Well, check it out too. Like you said about our money, we got to stop just finding these financial advisors and giving our money away to them because. We got to learn financial literacy. A lot of these athletes and entertainers, they depending on these financial advisors. That's why we getting robbed.
Yeah, you can learn exactly what
they
know.
Educate yourself for your money, man.
Facts.
Go online, take a little course up or something. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to be able to be here 20 years, 25 years later and still be successful. And you got to have some type of faith, man. So I just thank the man up above for sparing me because I know I had a lot of close calls. And so that's where my faith come in at. And we got to start speaking positive. A lot of us speak negativity on ourselves. Nobody really speaking positive to say, I could do this. So that's what I was saying about us making movies now, making those transitions. Man, y'all come get with us. I don't care if you're in Hollywood, you're an actor or actress, or you in the hood, or you on social media. Hit us up, man, because we making real movies, and we're going to compete with Hollywood.
Yeah, there's no limit, and I'm a no limit soldier, too. We're going to end the show on that one, P.
Yeah.
I love that, man. Master P. Give it up for Master P. Also, we want to thank Vic Mensa for coming by. He got the new EP, Hooligans, coming out on the 14th of December. And Robert Townsend for coming by. He has the 5 Heartbeats documentary that's going to be in theaters December the 7th. Right?
All the way to the 13th, Thursday the 13th.
Okay, cool. And then Mike Muse, how can they reach you?
Yo, citizens, hit me up at I am Mike Muse, MUSNSME, Twitter and Instagram.
Deeb.
Hit me up. It's really DB everywhere.
You can check out my photography pictures on Instagram, OQ Shoots.
Wait a minute. Rich Nice was actually here for the A&R room. He never said a word. There he is. Rich Nice, ladies and gentlemen.
Soundboy Killer. Rich Nice Digital on Instagram, Rich Nice Digital on Twitter, and A&R Room on Instagram and A&R Room on Twitter.
DJ Wonder.
At DJ Wonder everywhere. Booking DJWonder@gmail.com.
I'm at the Happy Hour, WHB. I'm on Instagram and Twitter.
You did yours?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay, Rich, you want to ask P a question so you get one in there?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a time where, I don't know if it's in one of your films coming up, that you're going to tell the entire Southern history of hip-hop?
Well, I think when you see my biopic, The King of the South, I think that you're going to see all the stars that we connected with, some of the people that you probably love, you know, as being artists as they got big, but you'll be able to see them before, you know, when I started connecting with those people. So I feel like King of the South could be a strong film just like Straight Outta Compton, you know. So this is going to be a big project for the South. So you could actually really see like how my roots in, you know, how I played basketball. People don't realize that I started out in basketball. So when I got hurt, so you don't know. That's what I'm saying about your fate. You think you're gonna make it one way. I thought I was going all the way to the NBA, you know. And then I got hurt, and the music thing came real for me. And then I blew up in the music thing. Then I was able to go back because I balled with Gary Payton and Jason Kidd and all them in the Bay. And to be able to go back and had to get myself in shape to be able to play in the lead again. I mean, only the man up above, and just being able to connect all those artists together, because I did the Down South Hustlers. That was a big project. So you see connecting the West Coast Bad Boys, connecting all these artists together, which nobody never did. So those was big factors in my careers that people don't know, like connecting all these artists together. Because, you know, in the Bay, they were saying, you ain't going to put all these dudes together because they all from different neighborhoods, the Cool Nuts, RBL Posses, and all. You know, at that time, nobody wanted to be around nobody. You know, to JT, the bigger figures, and Herm Lou, and you know,
man. Wow.
So you know what I'm saying. So those guys really, they showed me one part, but I was able to take it a step further because I was like, I wanted to bring that unity, unity together. And that was the, you know, the start of my career.
Master P, King of the South. Yeah, a lot of kings. So I know T.I. had King of the South, the song from the King of Kings album.
Yeah, but man, there's so many kings out. But I want to tell you, for me, Luther Campbell and Lil J, these are all kings. You know what I'm saying? Like, those guys came before me, but I'm just saying, me being in the music thing and being able to put all these other people together and create all these other millionaires, and that's why I feel like with me being the king.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I love everybody that came before me, man.
Absolutely. Master P, man, thank you, bro.
P!
Heather, you did yours, right?
Yep, I'm at the happy hour with WHB, and P gonna give me some more rum.
Okay.
I got you.
You got the rum?
Sugar Skull rum. We're going to hook you up.
All right, man. Hey, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I'm at Real Sway across the board. You can find all these interviews on SwaysUniverse.com or on our YouTube channel, Sways Universe, or go back on SiriusXM.
SiriusXM.com/on-demand. It's an amazing feature. You miss anything in Sway in the morning, go check it out.
All right. I'm headed to Indiana. And I'm on a board for a program called The Last Mile, P. I might need to get you on the board, man. We've been doing a lot of it out of San Quentin, but we're in like 50 different facilities now, prisons around the country. It's a program we set up where we're teaching people who are locked up how to code. So when they come out of jail, they'll have jobs. All right. Hammer's a part of the board. I'm going to see him. So we're flying to Indiana. Where are we going? Indianapolis? Where I'm going, you know? Oh, Indianapolis. Okay. I don't.
Now, you know what, Sway? I've been doing that in Louisville, man, where I've been speaking to a lot of these women in prison and showing them not to give up, because if you give up when you get out here and you got kids, man, you lose everything. Yeah. And so I'm just hoping that I could help connect them back to their kids and doing the right thing.
Well, and I'm gonna be following your footsteps tomorrow, man. Master P, ladies and gentlemen, until tomorrow, we have nothing. What's up?
The Pendleton Juvenile Correctional.
Where's it at? Oh, the Pendleton Juvenile Correctional Facility. That's what we'll be at tomorrow.
All right.
Okay, and until then, we have nothing left to say.